Unapologetic My name is. I said what I said. 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 Unapologetically Lena. Lena, unapologetic. Haters don't hate. Haters don't hate. Haters don't hate. Unapologetic. Unapologetically Lena. Lena. My name is.
You did it your way.
Oh wow!
You
And
know,
just like that, Chief Rocker materializes.
you remember when we was in school and you was late for class?
Never.
We
I'm
shoulda
never
lo-
late.
We should have locked the damn door. That's what we should have did.
Never late for class, man. I am the teacher's pet. You understand?
Oh, that eye roll. Well, listen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Lena Unapologetic. I am your host, Lena J of Lena Unapologetic. To my right is D-Ray, the producer, was enjoying his music when we come onto the show, and all the music that you hear on, what's up, Big Buddha? All the music that you hear on Blast Music 247. And down below us, we have Chief Rocka, president of Blast Music of Blast Records. Thank you for watching and tuning in. So how y'all feeling tonight?
Oh, this is gonna be a live show because somebody been starting with me. Somebody started with me
I
earlier
need
today.
y'all to behave. We got company.
No. Somebody started with me earlier today, and I'm here to tell you I've been breathing fire since. So if you're ready for it, if you want it, come get it.
Bro, I did nothing. All I did was just hop online, and next thing I know, I'm getting
Y'all got matching hats and everything.
Hey, you know what they say in North Carolina? A hit dog hollers.
I just like the fact that y'all coordinated. Y'all coordinated. I appreciate that.
Nah, he got the cross colors shirt on. He went old school.
Hey man,
So without further ado, let me mention our guest tonight. We're going to bring some more glam to the show. I'm excited to say that we have the one, the only Tamara Ivy. And let me tell you, she is a supermodel, brand strategist, and social media influencer, and so much more. We talked it up in the backstage, me, D-Ray, and Tamara, and I know you got something to say real quick before we get to what happening.
All I'm going to just say is, El Presidente, you are on Gooch control.
Gooch ain't nowhere close, bro.
This is your responsibility.
I got Gooch locked up.
Good.
Anyway, can we get to
tied up somewhere in the basement?
Oh boy, sliding his Twinkies.
Gooch, I didn't say it. So here's the thing. Normally, y'all know what we do. We kind of have our hot topics, then we bring our guest in. But Chief Rocker, what we're gonna do tonight is Tamara is going to join us for hot topics and weigh in. So we're gonna have a balance of estrogen and testosterone. I love it. So can we first, before we bring her in, can we show some footage to let prepare you all for what you about to see?
Why do you not give me warning? Here we go.
I love it. Love it.
The name of all that is holy.
She worked that she did. Well, I got a different way of seeing it than y'all. Clean your minds out the gutter. So without further ado, can we bring in our guest for the evening, please? There she is. Tamara Ivy.
You are so funny.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I am excited.
Well, the guys know they've heard enough. I've had like, guys, Full Figure Fashion Week changed my life.
That's
You know, I
right.
say it all the time. Friend to the show, Gwen DeVoe, who we had a couple of weeks ago, Tamara Ivy, Sharon Q. They are my, I don't want to say holy trinity or whatever, but they are my Devil Wears Prada females. They are my Devil Wears Prada women. It felt like a Cinderella moment. We'll get into that later. Without further ado, we need to talk about America because, you know, America's been doing what it does, showing out. Can we have our hot topics?
Can I get a little bit of warning? Here we go.
It's time for Hot Topics.
That voice, every time.
Every time it does, every time, doesn't it?
Every time.
All right. What's your first topic? Pick one.
Oh, just any topic?
Just anyone.
Well, you know, I kind of want to discuss what we were talking about backstage, and we're going to get into that maybe later. I don't know. That's kind of breaking my
I
heart.
don't even know. It don't break my heart, but you know.
Well,
it is what it is.
Let's start with the most, let's start with Keke Palmer. We need to talk. There we go. So, El Presidente, you want to read that real quick?
So Keke Palmer's mother responds to Cyrus Jackson deleted tweets. You know his brother was abusive. What the hell going on here now?
Okay, so I'll quickly break it down. Some of the pictures that we're seeing right here. Mm-hmm. Okay, Keke Palmer, who most of us kind of like, for Gen X, you know, she's like our little sister.
Correct.
For Gen Z, they kind of grew up with her. I don't know where she started. She's been on TV and in movies for so long. I think the first time I saw her was in one of the Tyler Perry movies. Well, y'all remember the whole, I'm sorry.
Akeelah and the Bee.
Yeah, for me too.
At the beginning? Okay. Well, so anyway, she's done a ton of movies. She can do no wrong in our eyes. And, you know, there was the whole brouhaha a couple of weeks ago with Usher, with her bumping and grinding, and her baby's daddy was embarrassing her and talking smack. And people were trying to look at it from both perspectives. Like, well, that is the mother of his child, and maybe he's feeling some kind of way because Usher is intimidating. Well, the tide has changed, and now she is seeking custody, or she has custody of their baby because now there's a domestic violence situation. He hit her, and their receipts are there. We have video of him hitting her. So what y'all got to say about that?
Well, I'm gonna start off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start off. Under no circumstances should any man put his hands on any woman. Period. Even if you're provoked, if you got a semblance of some home training, you know how to evade and escape and you know, go that route.
Walk away.
Walk away. No, and sometimes, you know, it's hard to walk away, but from the footage that I saw someone being overly aggressive to someone that could not overpower him or stop him. And I thought that was a punk move, period. And then to say that there is a child involved in that, no, he any kind of sympathy, empathy, whatever I was giving him after the Usher thing, out the door.
What's up, John HPV? All right, the fans are here. Sarah, I want to know your take as a woman. What do you think, sis?
I mean, you know, I agree with everything D-Ray said. You know, I mean, that's just a real, you know, tricky thing because she kind of put it out there every week. You know, she and I have the same birthday, and you know, when she posted a video about, you know, cracking a joke, like if you don't want to be with me, then I'm gonna, you know, that video that went viral, I posted that in my stories like before that whole. So she was telling us leading up to this whole situation, and unfortunately, you know, as social media onlookers, we're just looking and we're just kind of, you know, paying attention and giving our opinions, daily opinions based off of, you know, the algorithm of what's happening that day, you know. So that's really what's happening. You know, you don't really know until things start unraveling. And now you have, I think, his brother's mother of his children, she's saying the same
Right.
thing.
Can we
So
put that picture up again? Because
yeah,
if I can add this really quick. Okay,
yeah,
so on your left, the guy in the middle, you all may recognize him from the show Insecure.
correct.
He played the boyfriend of Molly's, and he was an asshole on that show and looking like an asshole now based on what he had to say in defense of his brother. Now, to the right, you have his baby's mama, who was also on the same show, Insecure. Wow, that's messy.
Right.
And I'm a fan of her work. I love her on Rap Shit. I loved her on Insecure. I'm forgetting her name at the moment. I blanked, but
Yeah, I don't remember her name as well, but I just feel like, everybody, this is what they do for a living, like they're actors and singers and performers. So the phone is their other stage. So, we're in their life all day, listening, watching, and, giving our opinions in the comments, and, we're a part of their life. So they're engulfing us into the melee. And it's like, it becomes a lot, because everybody has their own personal, those situations, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And then we go to social, and it's like our girl, our national treasure, is on social media getting, still screenshots of her boyfriend hitting her, and she's like, she can't even say it. She has to show proof, so that way she can get people on her side. So that's the
I'm done. I didn't know Darius before this. Don't care to know about him afterwards. I want there to be distance. As far as the actor, his brother, is concerned, it's kind of unfortunate because now his career is affected by this. Most of us don't know his name anyway. But
and I watched the show, but I don't know his name.
Right. Now, all I know is he was Molly's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And then he played some other basketball player character somewhere else, and he's on something else. It's a bad look for everybody. Okay, Chief Rocker, what say you before we move on, sir?
So before I even knew what was happening, because I didn't know about any of this, all I had to go on was him commenting on what she was doing and wearing at a concert as a grown-ass woman that's an entertainer. And I sat there and I said, this is a controlling motherfucker right here. Right. And that's exactly what he wanted to do.
Well said.
That's exactly what he is. He is trying to control from afar what someone else is doing because he can't control himself.
Correct.
Well said.
When you can't control yourself, you want to control other people, and that's his damn problem. So me, I'm not shocked that it happened because that's the type of person that he is, and it's probably the type of person that the family is. I have no idea. All I gotta go on is what I'm seeing from him. See, yeah, and just like D-Ray said, doesn't even matter. You don't put your hands on nobody, especially on a female, especially not on your kid's mother. Yeah, stupid, man.
Can I just say this real quick on a light note? D-Ray, do you hear all that Texan accent from Chief Rocker when he said controlling motherfucker?
Hey, man.
That's going to live rent-free in my head.
No. That was straight out of Louisiana right there.
Hey.
Oh, yeah?
That has some bayou. That has some bayou on it.
Sometimes you got to get a little swampy.
New T-shirt.
I like that. Sometimes you... Okay.
Got to get a little swampy.
Next up. Okay. I would like to talk about what's going on with Timbaland and Justin.
You mean Justin Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake. You said Timbaland or
No,
Timbaland?
Actually, believe it or not, I meant Timbaland.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. So Timbaland did an interview where somebody asked him about his boy Justin and the whole Britney Spears thing, and he said somebody needs to put a muzzle on Britney, and then he suggested that the only reason why she's coming out with this book is because nobody wants to buy her music. And the streets are saying he's mad because Britney turned him down years ago, back in the early 2000s, because he would not record with her. And so now, and I'm like, I love Timbaland. I'm a fan of his music as a producer, but I'm disappointed. I want to hear what you all have to say, starting with D-Ray, the producer. what do you think about your colleague of sorts? You know, because to put a muzzle on him, what the fuck, Timbaland?
We, it's just irresponsible. Even if you do believe that, or you talk like that behind closed doors, we live in a climate right now that's just not cool.
Mhm.
You know, now
Muzzle on woman.
that might have been a joke, 20, 30 years ago. But today, that kind of talk can get you canceled. You know what I mean? And so, first of all, I was disappointed that he said that. Second of all, I felt more sympathy for Britney Spears because as someone who's a student of the industry, I know what that woman went through in the 90s.
Yes.
Right? And it's so, you know how all of us, and I, maybe I'm stepping out on a limb here. You know how we all had that feeling about Whitney? That
Yeah.
like, okay, if something don't change, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or we had that feeling about Michael. It's like if something don't change, something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have had that feeling about Britney for a long time.
Me too.
Because she, more than any other artist in my view, got to experience the underbelly of the music industry in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mhm.
And it was ugly, it was horrible, and I really feel for that woman. As far as what Timbaland said about her music sales, anytime somebody sells 100 million albums, you don't give a damn if anybody listens to another note.
Thank you.
Don't care at all.
So, but yeah, that's my opinion on that, man. He should have kept that to himself.
Tamara, what say you on it?
It's funny. I'm a huge Britney Spears fan, and I
Me
just
too.
posted right before I got on. I made sure I let everybody know to tune in, and I posted a song that came out on her album in 2007 or 8, I believe it is.
Mhm.
It's called "Get Naked," and it's written by I think it was my old store manager at Ed Hardy, but it's like
cool.
one of the most ethnic songs on that album. And she was Black. Her name is China Royale. And to me, people, like he said, like D-Ray said, people don't know what Britney went through. You hear the stories. She was in a conservatorship. Then you also have backstory where Jamie Lynn wanted to keep her in the conservatorship. Then you see the video of Jamie Lynn. She looks 100 years older than Britney Spears. I mean, like, it's not fair to Britney. Y'all are all capitalizing off of this young lady.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that she put the family on the map. For the parents to want to keep her, confiding in this conservatorship where she had no say. She couldn't drive her car. She had to, whatever they said she had to do, that's what she did. She never had control over her life.
They wouldn't let her get a hamburger. Did
Right
you hear
now,
about
she
that?
is spiraling out every day because she's now growing up. We're all around the same age. Justin told her to get an abortion. Like, come on. Like, Timbaland, you need to, relax.
STFU.
Yeah. That's not cool. Like, she went through so much and now she's releasing. That book did more than Jada's. And,
A whole lot more. Yeah.
And because we don't know Jada's entire story. So, I know we're going to touch on that later, but we don't know their story. So it's like, we need backstory on that as well. And it's
Here's
like,
my thing. If Jada had just shut up, maybe we would have bought her book, but she told us everything before we
too
came out of the movie.
fast.
And I'm a fan of Jada's. I'm one of the few that's still pulling for her. But I'm like, anyway, I know we got to keep it moving. But Chief Rocker,
But for me, Britney, I feel sorry for her. But
I do too.
she's
I'm a
getting
fan of
before,
I'm a day one for Britney too.
right before Chief Rocker chimes in, I do want to say this. I'm happy that we live in a culture now that she cannot be stopped. You know what I mean? Like, because people gotta understand that in the 90s, the internet was new, right? So you didn't have those avenues. You didn't have podcasts or StreamYard. We were all on dial-up and AOL discs, right? So the industry could really tightly control, the family could tightly control. And now she's gonna speak her truth. And I'm waiting on all the other stuff that's gonna come out.
Right.
People are finally finding out that, all that shit that you did back in the day, not so damn ironclad. You know, people keep receipts and they cashing in those damn IOUs right now. You know what I'm saying? And Justice is mad, but he ain't come out and say it wasn't true.
Show
He
did.
mad just because it was told. I mean, like, okay, it was told, bro. I mean, you done already ripped the damn shirt off like Janet Jackson and nothing happened to you. Not a damn thing happened to you. And now you mad. And now you mad just because someone told something that you wanted a person to do back in the 90s. Okay, whatever. You ain't no angel. You ain't never been an angel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, love the music, but you know that's mean. But you still gonna do what you still done dirt. And just because someone is telling your dirt right now and profiting on it, everyone else can profit off of Britney. It's time for Britney to profit off of Britney.
Take your L. Take your L. I'm gonna clap for that. Matter of fact, I got a bet right now. I want to place between the fellas. I predict Super Bowl 2023 halftime show. Janet Jackson and Britney Spears gonna come out and do a song together. That's my word.
Oh, you lost that bet because Usher is performing in the halftime.
Oh no, but hold up. In other halftime shows, have y'all not seen where they brought in guests?
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. What you got to understand about that, which is why Justin Timberlake is the villain. Janet Jackson can never perform at the Super Bowl again.
No.
Oh, that's a done thing.
That's a done thing.
I thought they reversed that. Like
No. What they reversed, I don't think they took a lot of her money. I don't think they fined her. Wow. But Viacom has blocked her from the Super Bowl. She can't do another Super Bowl ever.
Hell, it's stupid when it happened. Have y'all seen regular TV right now? Have y'all seen just regular over-the-air TV? You see more damn cursing and titties on regular TV than you ever did in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Man.
I'm talking about
it's on P-Valley.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on before I start going off about that. Okay, I guess I was going to lose that bet. So I'm going to try something new here. Can we talk? Yeah, we're going to do it tonight. I'm going to ask Tamara to help me out. Okay, so I did these cartoons of Lauryn Hill and Sherry Shepherd, because apparently Sherry Shepherd was talking junk about Lauryn Hill on her talk show. And to capture the moment, I thought we would try something out. Like, do you have them lined up for me, D-Ray?
Yeah, which one you want first? Just tell me.
Okay, hold on. Tamara, are you willing to do it? Because I'll do both voices, if not.
I want to see the clip, I guess, because I don't even know what we're doing.
Okay, so here's what it is. We're going to put up a cartoon, and you have to, if they could speak, what do you think they would say?
Okay.
So if you want, I'll do Sherry Shepherd, and you do Lauryn Hill, because basically. Okay, you got it. Okay.
I got it.
All right, you ready?
All right, okay. Hey, y'all. You know, I'm just really disgusted. Oh, that's all?
Yeah, it was only 4 seconds.
Oh, I thought that was a longer one.
Nope.
Okay.
It was only 4 seconds. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
What happened though? Sherry was talking about Lauren's timing on the show. She was talking about her coming out late or something like that.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Lauren, listen, she said what she said the other day. I think that's a done deal. We're never going to get her on time, and people just need to, like when you West Indian, for me, we CPT time, okay? Everything is like 2 hours late. You go 2-3 hours after the start time. So I don't even know why they expect to go to Lauryn Hill's concert and be.
We talked about it last week. And so what I was trying to do was do a full animated cartoon, but didn't get a chance to finish. So this was kind of my my rigged up way of responding. So I put the Lauryn Hill. Do we have the Lauryn Hill one too? It's not long. Okay, yeah, there we go. We got
I can't even.
But here's the thing. One of the things that Chief Rock and I have in common, we're both huge Sade fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we got a bet, or we got an agreement that if Sade is within 500 miles radius of anywhere in the continental United States, we're going, right?
Okay.
But Sade, it came from old school, which
right?
means that if the show starts at 8:00, the band is hitting the pickup note at 7:59.
That's what's up,
right? when the both of the times that I saw Prince, that show started on time.
That's right. I can agree. I've seen him twice,
Right?
always on time.
I can never imagine, and somebody had this on IG, and I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, that Lauryn Hill show was canceled, and somebody was like, "I traveled 300 miles, I got childcare,
Babysitter,
babysitter, I bought a new outfit, hotel room, only to get there, and the show is now canceled." You cannot sustain, your fans that way on a record that, let's keep it real, that record is 25 years old,
and she only had one album now.
Now we're starting to see the reason why she only had one album, right? We know that there's a bunch of drama behind that, and
make your own miseducation jokes,
whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not lucky you showed up if I paid $150 and showed up.
Ooh, that
what
pissed
you're
me off when I read it.
What you lucky is that I don't come and find you and get my $150 out your bad makeup. That's what it is.
Can we read what that last comment? Can you put that back up again?
He said, "Stop supporting her ass."
Now, what do you think about that, Chief Rock and Tamara? Because listen, let me just say this real quick. I saw her once, right around the time that Miseducation was riding the waves. It was an awesome show, but I would never go see her now. I want to know what y'all think.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like if you go to see somebody, you go support their music, but if they're gonna be late and you have finances involved, don't even bother. It's like a waste.
I would go if it was free, because I don't want to just sit around waiting on her ass to come the next day.
Yeah, but
anyway.
If you have to, get babysitter and do this, you got to pay for Uber. Some people don't drive, things like that, the parking, gas, all of that. All of these things are factors when you go into a concert. You just gotta figure out how you get home. If you have great seats, and if you're VIP, you get free food, drinks. Like all these things matter. So it's like it's not fair. She has to consider her consumer base, because again, she's not gonna have any fans, buying her music. Or they might buy her music, but they may not go to her shows.
You know what, though? For the interview portion, I want to piggyback on what you said, Tamara Ivy, because as a brand strategist, I really want to hear you talk about the opposite of what you want to do when you want to succeed in this field.
Right.
Because social media is inescapable.
Correct.
And the street will talk.
Oh, no.
All I want to know,
Lauren, go ahead.
Go ahead. Lauren got the same bug that bit Anita Baker, so I guess that Anita Baker's feeling herself also, but
Anita had one time. Lauren been doing this.
Nothing pissed me off more than like on the show last week where I put up there where she said, "Y'all are lucky that I'm even here."
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, that was the most disrespectful thing you could ever say to anybody. But the problem is that she knows her fan base. And she knows what to do, what to say, and what she can get away with. It's just like an abusive relationship. You know exactly what you can get away with. And in this right here, she has a toxic, abusive relationship with her fans, because her fans are gonna still come out. They're gonna complain about it. They're gonna talk to their homeboys and their homegirls like, "Man, you know what? I'm so tired of this is happening." And then as soon as that phone ring again, yeah, baby, I'm coming back over. That's what.
Yeah. That's what they're doing.
And I'm thinking, what promoter in their right mind
would take this
would take that gamble? Because Lauren, when you have an album that is so iconic, right? That is like it's shot into space.
It is a masterpiece now.
You know what I mean? It's shot into space. Like the aliens are going to hear Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, right? But so she's going to be commanding 6 figures for a concert. Who's going to take that risk when half of the people that show up are going to ask for their money back?
But every single time it happens, though, her shows are still sold out. So they're like, they know the fans are going to still do it, because they're going to probably, well, maybe this is the one time I'm not going to get cheated on. Maybe this is the one time you're actually going to tell me the truth and not going to do it. And shit, there you go again.
I got one thing to say before we move on. L Boogie, if you listening, how you gonna win when you ain't right within, to quote Sherry Shepherd.
Lord.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a judo move right
Woo.
there. You use her own karate against her.
I ain't scared of Lauryn Hill. I'm taller than her. And I can fight. I am. I got friends. I do. Move on, D-Ray.
You know exactly what I'm thinking.
That is funny.
One word. Condiments. Moving
Lord,
on.
you know what?
Moving on. Just moving on.
On
What are we
site,
doing?
nigga. On site.
What are we
Okay.
doing?
We need to talk about Candy Ass Owen Dim. That's my nickname for her because it's personal. There we
Oh,
go.
hell. God damn.
Show my cartoon. There we go. Breaking news from Faux News. Candy Ass owned by them. That's gonna become a cartoon. I'm gonna animate that next time. I'm actually gonna put that in motion. So here's the deal. Allegedly, mother of there we go.
I'm sorry.
No,
Damn, I'm like, what the mother of the damn, what are them, Teletubbies or something? Who the hell is that?
You don't remember Monchi Cheese? You don't remember Monchi Cheese?
I
Okay,
thought there was a bear, man. I didn't know
Look right here.
split screen. Back, do it again.
I didn't know it was a bear. I didn't know that it was an animated cartoon now.
D-Ray and I have decided that Candace Owens is related to Monchi Cheese. You cannot tell me that her, Azalea Banks, Candace Owens, and Monchi Cheese are triplets. I think they are related, and I'm a die on that hill saying that. So, okay, here's the deal. Allegedly, among the people she came after recently, because she's talked about everything from Black folks in general, disabled people, Lizzo. I do hate that outfit though. I'm sorry. I do. I love Lizzo. I do not like that outfit. But anyway, she's come after so many people. And recently she came after friend to the show, Gwen DeVoe, and shots fired. That's like mother for me. So I'm like, oh, it's personal now, bitch. I'm drawing you. So that's why we put her in the lineup. But I wanted to ask you, Tamara, because you could take the high road and ignore her. We know what she's doing. We know that this is all to get ratings, that she's pulling an Omarosa.
But what exactly was said?
She basically used Full Figured Fashion Week, which for those not in the know, Full Figured Fashion Week was a epic event held in New York City, and it branched out to become worldwide for a full figured model community, which in all honesty would just be not just full figure beauties, but just women, period, because most of us are not a size 2 or 0. So this was for all of us. And it was anyway, the point is, Candace, for reasons I don't know why, showed footage on her show to make a point that this is what unhealthy looks like. And she come for a Cosmopolitan model. There was a full figure woman on the cover of Cosmopolitan, and she took umbrage with that. She's made fun of Lizzo several times, and the fans dragged her. It's become a routine now. Like it's something where there's blood in the water, like a predator. She's going to keep, going for it, because if that's what gets her views, it doesn't matter who she comes after. I mean, I'm personally not offended. I'm going, I'm good. You have to wonder the level of self-hate, because only no person who's not hurting would. I'm sorry, even if your business is being sensationalism, like Fox News does, there's still a point where it comes off like self-hate and bitterness.
It depends with Candace, every topic varies. Sometimes she hits it on the nail, and then, sometimes she hits home, and then,
I respect that.
As a community, I don't want to say the color, because that's everybody, we just want, right? as people, we're supposed to, enrich each other in proper knowledge about health and, finance and all these things. And these are conversations that are taboo in our community, and we kind of stray away from. We go to influencers for those types of information, and it's like we don't talk amongst ourselves to rationalize. And so with that being said, it segues into my career when I was working at a plus size brand, and for me to be working at a brand for almost 10 years, it's like I'm helping push the plus agenda, and if you guys know metrics, 67% of American women are plus size, and she skews over into size 14. So when you have these numbers, and if it's 67% and there's 100%, and 67% of American women are plus size women, that means we are the majority, and it's not a healthy majority. It really isn't. You have so many gyms, Weight Watchers, Lucille Roberts, all these things telling us to lose weight now, asking me how, and all this stuff. And then we fight with eating disorders and all these things. So, we just had a couple of, plus size women pass away the other day for health issues, a heart attack and another heart issue, a couple weeks ago, Samantha Levy and then Brandy 2 nights ago.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to our sisters. And then, Erica Watts back during the pandemic, being taken advantage of a man scamming her of her, whatever. We never even found out of what happened to Erica Watson. Shout out to my mentor and my boo. They're in the building. I didn't know everybody was joining us.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You're dropping knowledge. I'm sitting here taking notes like, preach, sister, preach.
Yeah, so, it's unfortunate that, for me per se, I started my health journey in 2016. My father was ill. A lot of people didn't know that. And then 2016, if you do the math, 2016, he had a stroke in 2008, but 2016 is when it really got bad. And then my mom, she was suffering as well, from diabetes that she didn't take care of. She didn't know, and as a Caribbean woman, she just was doing everything. Just, I don't care. Just throw the starch on, throw the sugar on, and I'm living my life,
People
and
of color, yes.
My mother was the Ashley Stewart woman. So when I took on the role of being the spokesperson for the brand, it was with the mindset of, I'm fighting for women like my mother. You understand? So while I'm having fun, happy, living my life and everything, I'm gaining weight. I'm on the road, in LA, and then I'm limping, and I had no idea I was limping. And that moment, I decided to take my life back. Nobody knew that I went on a health journey. I lost weight. 2018, I dropped all the weight. I was almost 300 pounds, and then I dropped down to like 220.
Wow.
And it was just constant.
Bravo.
Thank you. I did keto for the 3 years. And then for 2 years of the 3 years, I didn't go to the gym. And then I went back to the gym in 2018, 19. That's when I did Zumba very hard. And I'm bringing up all of this to say, what Candace is saying, she's just her delivery is harsh. We don't know her story. We don't know. I don't really care to know sometimes, but sometimes she hits certain things home or on the nail. And for me, the talk about, Ozempic, people are dying on Ozempic now, and all these different weight loss things, and it's like nobody wants to take the time to do the homework and eat an alkaline diet or stick to, a diet that represents who they are. Everybody wants to compare, well, what you're doing and then it becomes a competition, and that's why when you're doing like life changes with food, you keep it to yourself, and it's just something that you keep personal. But with the 67% of plus size of American women being plus size, this number has not changed. since I've been at Ashley Stewart. I just checked this number the other day. This is something that we as Americans have to pay attention to. There's foods that are banned here that are not that are banned in Europe and in other countries, and they're not banned in the US. So these are things that we have to take into consideration when people are speaking, not really respond back to them, but think about what she's saying and process it, because if we do not get a grip of our community holistically in a healthier way, we're going to lose a lot of our favorite people.
Can I just give you a hand really quick? I absolutely love
your
response. That was even better than I thought. And let's do this.
Well,
we have to play our blast artist, but
right.
when we come back. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, D-Ray.
No. I was going to say, really, while I appreciate everything Miss Ivy just said,
loved it.
For Candace and the people that pull her strings have had a problem with Lizzo ever since Lizzo picked up Thomas Jefferson's flute and had the audacity to not only play that flute, but play it well. Right?
That's where it started. Wow.
That's really where all of this conservative attack on Lizzo started. So while, Candace may hit on some issues every now and then, it's almost like giving someone water in a poison cup, right? It's like you can't trust the cup, you can't trust the messenger. And so it's really not that deep with her. It really is, Lizzo is an easy target.
Correct.
Correct. Just let me just say one thing. Why is it that, and it's just me from like observation, are there no fat white people or fat white men or fat Republicans or fat whatever? Because everyone that they talk about is always a fat or a plus size something female.
I'm gonna mention one that y'all probably didn't even think about. Bill Gates, okay? Bill Gates, I forgot the podcaster's name, but Bill Rogan maybe. I don't know, but he's bald.
Yeah.
I know Rogan, I know you're talking about that guy. Yeah.
But they cannot stand Bill Gates, and he said, dude, you own half of the farmland. Now listen to where I'm going with this. You own half of the farmland and seeding products that go along with what we need on a daily basis. Then you're also creating this chemical to go on top of foods, on fruits and vegetables and things of that nature, right? He's plus size. He's plus size, okay? For him to be a billionaire, for him to, almost every billionaire we ever grew up on, right? They were the epitome of health, including Bruce Jenner, who's now Caitlyn Jenner. You know what I mean? So it's like, we grew up on the Wheaties boxes and athletes and things like that. This is what Superman, Wonder Woman, physique, Suzanne Summers, all of them, Jane Fonda, all of this workout, exercise, Weight Watchers, and all of this.
Good point. It is what we were,
Yeah. So for him to be, so wealthy, and then in every interview he's sitting down, we never see him standing up with his wife, and then also be aligned with Jeffrey Epstein. It's just to say it's just so disgusting that, the world is letting him be the face of, health, and speak on the behalf of, us. And it's just so wrong. So, for me, it's like he's the male Ashley Stewart, but angry, at the world, because he never was able to play in the sandbox with everybody. That's what he gives. And it's just like, how dare you, try to attack people with the food? That's so vile.
I know we got to do our blast artists. We're going to come back to that later. So, D-Ray, you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. Our blast artist blast artist spotlight is LaDawn the Chameleon with Welcome to My Party here on LENA Unapologetic. Let's go.
Lucky, Tamio, LaDawn the Chameleon. party. Welcome to my party. Welcome to my party. Oh, mera. Welcome to my party. Welcome to my party. Welcome to my party. Welcome, mera. Take 2, 3 shots from the bar if you're single. 2, 3 shots. We bout to party like no other. No other. If you a dancer, baby, move your body. If it's your birthday, take a shot of some clear. You can't be shy, we bout to turn up in here. Yeah. Tonight don't owe me nothing but a good time. Don't mind me, I'm feeling so good. I'm just catching the vibes. I'm just catching the vibes, the vibes, the vibes. Hey. Welcome to my party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to my party. Oh, well on the hips like oh, well on my body. Oh, I move my body to the side. He like it. Oh my God. Oh, well on the hips like oh, well on my body. Oh, I move my body to the side. He like it. Oh my God. Welcome to my party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Madonna Chameleon.
All right.
Chameleon.
That was cute.
That was LaDon Chameleon. She is one of many artists on blastmusic247.com. If you are an independent artist or spoken word artist or even a stand-up comedian and you're ready to get your art out there, go to www.blastmusic247.com, fill out a free profile, and let's get your art out to the community. Blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time.
Thank you. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the song. I want to say that I specifically requested that song because of you, Tamara.
Oh yeah,
because
it
of
was
the
nice.
Caribbean vibe.
Yeah,
So
I liked it. It was very nice.
thank you. I was hoping you like it because I didn't know if you'd be like, that ain't
Yeah.
your real Caribbean.
I was like,
didn't know-
okay.
You like it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But-
Very nice.
but-
Very nice.
So I want to lead into my first question because we're going to start our interview now. Can we show a few pictures while we talk, or we can't do that now?
Of course we can.
Okay, if we can show a couple of pictures, that'd be great. Okay, yeah, that's nice. As you can see, Ashley Stewart's.
Yeah.
Do you have? Okay, so as we're watching these photographs, I know that you have graced the inside of Essence magazine as well as Forbes magazine.
Yes.
You are a certified blue check mark on Instagram where it matters. Yes, I'm talking about you, Elon Muskie, for ruining Twitter. So now the blue check marks don't matter. So where it does matter still,
It
Tamara
matters.
Ivy has the blue check mark.
It matters. It
So put
matters.
some respect on her social media, damn it. There's so much I can say. Like I said, again, supermodel,
Thank you.
social media influencer, brand strategist. But I want to start with where you got your start with modeling
Okay.
and where you're from.
All right. So I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Everybody knows me as Tamara Wilkinson. That's my maiden name. Born and raised in Flatbush. My parents are from Grenada. I'm first generation American, and I, grew up in Flatbush. I went to Canarsie High School. At the time, it was a performing arts high school. And my freshman year at Canarsie, I entered a pageant called Miss African American Talented Teen. I won that pageant, and then from there, I won a modeling scholarship to Affiliate DeVore Modeling and Charm School. That was the only Black charm school in the world, and she's from South Carolina. And Affiliate DeVore. She also had a television station here in New York City. I sang on that station as well. I graduated from her school, and I still stayed with the school. She got me auditions for the Bronx Tale. So it was me and Terrell Hicks were up against that. But because I was so light, I didn't get the role. But it was a great experience to go to Tribeca and audition for a Bronx Tale. And, you know,
absolutely,
it just kind of, you know, helped me try to figure out what I wanted to do. So, you know, I was at the Actors Theater workshop. That you know, that school is still kicking butt till this day. Like, they're in the Garment District on like 28th Street, right across the street from FIT. So I went there at like 11 to 12 years old. Or 11 to 14.
Wow.
Yeah. Before I was a teenager. So I was there from 11 all the way to maybe 10 to 14, right into high school. So, you know,
that's cool.
Yeah, I was doing acting for a long time. And in school, Canarsie, I went to Canarsie for Performing Arts. I really loved my high school because, like, you know, we had a Caribbean club, we had a leadership club, and all this stuff. So I was a part of all of that. I was the manager of the basketball team. DJ Tommy Allen was my basketball coach. He's a very renowned DJ. Rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago. And, you know, that was also my manager for dance. So that's how I got into the dance industry.
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, so he would be DJing at the Ritz or Palladium or Limelight. And then he would call us, our parents, and say, I'm going to take the girls to the city, like 14, 15, 16 years old, opening up for like Daz Effects.
Oh, wow.
Run. Like, I mean, you know.
That's cool as hell, man.
Yeah. I had such a good time growing up in New York. Like, I really am a New York City kid, turned adult, you know, like, I love my city, but I did live in Atlanta for 5 years. And then that's when I got casted for the Get Low video. So, you know, when I did that, I've done tons of videos and tours before that. But Get Low was the video that, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this video and then I'm going to move back home. I want a career, you know, I want to work in fashion. So that's what I did. I came back home and worked for many different brands. I don't know if you want me to pause or get into that, but, you know.
I don't mind. I mean, again, there's so many questions and I don't want to monopolize because the guys would like to probably chime in as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to say. I know that you did not start off a plus size model.
No.
So
no.
I
was a straight size model. I was the fit model for FUBU since 1993. And then I got a professional job there. Shout out to Tyler Blue. She's watching as well. That's my other marketing mentor. It's so funny. They're both Trinidadian. I love them.
I'm loving that. I'm here in Brooklyn when you talk.
Yeah, I'm very Brooklyn. Don't listen. I'm very Brooklyn, but when I'm with my Caribbean family, like that's, you know, they
Can I hear a little bit of that real quick? Can I hear the island talk? Can you?
It just happens. I can't.
I'm sorry. I put you on the spot. Yeah, my bad.
See, here's what you
She
got
just
to
can't make it just come out, man. Okay.
Yeah.
No. What you got to do? You really got to. You really got to piss her off. I already know this. You got to piss her off and make her mad. That's when it shows up.
That's true too.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't, at least not live.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna leave that alone.
So I was a straight size model for a long time. I did a lot of community fashion shows and things like that. Before we had Brooklyn Fashion Week and all this stuff, I modeled for Jules Shannon. She's like a big, she passed away too, but she was also a big swimwear designer for all the video models. And then she was also, her stuff was also featured in The Best Man on all the strippers and during the stripper scene on Regina Hall, Lyris. They all had on Jules Shannon design. So she would make all the sexy, you know, shiny, all the shiny outfits to match the guys in Harlem with their shiny suits. So, you know, that was like my time, you know, and I did a lot of videos back then in the 90s. I was a professional choreographer for Sean Paul, Wayne Wonder, Sasha.
There we go.
Thank you. And that was in either in Kenya. I think I can't remember, but it says it on the magazine.
Thank you, DeRay.
Yeah, I mean on the newspaper. But let me see. Nairobi,
You're
Kenya.
looking like a little kid, just looking
Yeah.
adorable and
Thank
young.
you. That was in Kenya.
Oh, yeah,
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 so
yeah.
I've been all around the world so many different times, and I'm telling you, there's things about passports that I never even knew when I was traveling. Like, I didn't know that every time your passport book filled up, you got a new book extension. I never knew that, So as a kid, I was like 17, 18 with 2 books already.
But you knew it at a young age. You
Yes.
have people that I think a lot of us know who have barely been out of their city.
Yes.
And you were traveling the world at that
Yes.
age.
Since
How
I was
was
8
it
years
like
old,
that?
my mom,
Wow.
8 years old, I've been traveling, and now my little cousin, if you see me post her, she does it too, So we it's just like something that is in our family. Like, we love dancing, modeling, acting, but then I wanted to go into a professional career and teach, because I saw that there was a deficit of talent in some of the video work and stuff like that. There was no more choreography. The girls didn't have to do much work. And that's when I left the industry with, even though the casting and the Me Too, all this stuff was happening, I was kind of like dodging all those bullets. And, I had my head on, and I just didn't want to, be in those kind of situations. And
That's part 2.
yeah,
I got questions popping in my head
mhm.
that I want to ask.
Yeah, I danced for Will Smith, Getting Jiggy with It. That was that was one of the best videos I ever did in my life. Hype Williams directed that, and got paid on the spot. June Ambrose, design our clothes. She was a stylist.
June Ambrose, I know that name. Okay.
Well, June Ambrose, Roger McKenzie, Eric Archibald. They were all, who are big stylists now. They were all the stylists on the set that day. So, I've been around, and I said, you know what? I want to work in corporate where I can put these skills, in corporate. So once I got the job at FUBU, I loved that job. So I was like, that's the kind of dream job that I want. So when I came back to New York, that was the focus. So the first job was at Hardy. I was, they didn't have a corporate office per se. Corporate was in LA, and they believed in, bringing us back to LA to get training and, how to, talk about the brand and, meet Ed Hardy, meet Christian and, all this stuff. And he would fly us back and forth to LA to, be manager trained. And then all the top managers would have to train all the new managers, or, so I was a top manager, a top MOD, that's what we called it. But sales generation, visuals, and, if you came to New York and you purchased at Hardy, you came to any one of the stores that I managed.
Before I ask a question, I want to ask the guys if they want to chime in. Chief Rocka, DeRay, do you guys have, because I have a list, but I would like to invite you all if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just want, I know of a lot of, you can call them agencies or whatever, that are modeling agencies. And I know that it's a lot of people, both male, female, that are trying to get into modeling, and they're, following all of these shiesty programs that are out there. Can you just give them some advice on what to look for something that is a legitimate talent agency that is looking for models?
Definitely. So right now, with the state of the world, everything's social media. Always ensure that they have social media and they also have a website. And if their models are getting bookings, so you can go on the actual websites and look at any of their models. And also, if you have models that you like, go and see what agencies they are represented by them, that who represents them. And then see what type of bookings that they're getting, if it's national or if it's, local. Local, that means that agent's really not doing anything for that client, that model. But if they're doing like Fabletics, Me LA Skincare, any type of ad, working for any brand, you know, because that's the state of the world today. If you're working for Macy's, if you're working for, you know, all these types of brands that have an e-com and some brick and mortar, it depends. But some companies just have a great e-com presence. So, you know, it depends on the type of brand and things like that. So the visibility and, you know, where you're seeing the placement of this particular model. So I know personally back in the days where we just used to market ourselves, you know, and that's it. Now today, you don't have to just market yourselves. What you can do is, you know, market other brands within who you are in your lifestyle. And then, you know, that's how you show the brand that you're worth, you know, I'm worth the booking.
Powerful advice. I love that. I don't, if anyone's listening and you know someone wanting to get to the industry, I really hope you heard what Tamara just said, because she just dropped some wisdom on us. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question would be, you know, because this is my first time meeting you and listening to your story, you remind me of when I first started out in the music industry. There was a way that we had to operate. You know what I mean? You learn from a mentor, you learn your craft, and you had to do the work, right? But nowadays, here we are some 20-some years later, 30-some years later, you got people that all they do is get naked on Instagram and they call themselves a model. What is your opinion?
Ooh,
this is a two-part question. What is your opinion on those who just think that their only talent is getting naked? That's number one. And number two, those women who risk their lives for body enhancements to look like what God gave you.
Ooh, okay. Good question. Juicy.
Yes. So
yeah.
All right. So the first part, okay. So the first part, because that second one just blew my mind.
I wasn't ready for that.
But, I think women misinterpret, like for me per se, I think they misinterpret nudity or some body showing, and then they miss the articles, they miss the great moments, they miss, you know, it's like when you have been featured in like Forbes, Essence, Refinery 29, 17, if these are places that you've been featured in for your, you know, for your body, that's fine.
Which you have.
Thank you. That's fine. You know, but there's a reason for that, right? It's not in just those magazines because she has a body, but you want to look like this. This is the aspiration. This is how you go. Now, back to like the second part of your question. Again, I go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when I was plus size, I said, you know what? I'm just going to turn this fat into muscle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this part and this part. I think it was Jennifer Hudson who said, I love my curves, but I don't want to be too skinny. So when I heard her say that, that stuck in my head. And right now, that's how I feel. You know, I want to be curvy. I love being curvy. I do not want to change that, but I want to change, you know, my health, my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? My eating habits, so I can keep certain parts. And when I do go to the gym, you know, I can work those parts out extra. I don't understand. I know some people are not born a certain way or a certain aesthetic, but you know, they never gave their body a try, you know, a shot. You know, like once you get over 35, you know, your metabolism slows down. Really 25, but you know, it depends on who you are. But I think for me, mine slowed down around 34, 35. And, you know, I feel like, you know, when you're not in tune with who you are, you lose yourself. And it's like, oh, I'm going to take the easy way out because I have the money and I want to spend it and all of that. I just think that we just don't think things through. We don't process it properly and give our bodies enough time to say, you know what, or give ourselves the accolades to say, I could do it. I'm gonna work out and I'm gonna figure it out. Some people just don't. Women, you know, they just don't want to do it. And I mean, Vanessa 2 times just got lipo. You know, men do it too, but they don't.
You know what?
They don't glorify it the way that women do. You know, women are doing it to take pictures and pose, and you know, back in the days, women who did, you know, their bodies were prostitutes and high paid call girls. And then transvestites, we used to call them transvestites before we called them transgendered, you know.
Right.
And the transvestites went through the entire surgery, you know. So you know, it's just so weird how, you know, now women are going to go get their bodies done, losing their lives, you know, and using the Instagram as an excuse to reel in men, and then they're losing their lives to that, as opposed to being on the app and marketing themselves properly, you know. And that's what I can't take, you know. And it's just unfortunate that, you know, people see that this is happening, and then, you know, they might come by my page and, you know, they, oh, okay, you know, but you got to get into the person like we're doing now and have some type of dialogue so you understand that there's something upstairs, you know. And, you know, the conversation is not going to be, well, and, you know, and
yes, ma'am.
You know, like, you know, I went to charm school. So, you know, all of these things also help in my development as a woman, you know. So
I love that.
Thank you for that.
I tell you, I'm sorry, do you have another part?
No. I have to a little quick emergency, but so I'm gonna have to bow out for a second. But thank you for that answer, and
you're welcome.
I appreciate that. So
That was a good question. I love the response.
Thank
So
you.
I actually have quite a few to ask, and I wrote them down because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to remember how to say all of this, at least while we're in the moment. How do I say this? What would you say has been the highlight of your career thus far? Let's start off with that question. I want to say that. I know, and you've done so much, but I just say like the pinnacle.
Oh
the
man,
pinnacle, the
I don't
zenith
even
thus
know.
far.
I don't even know. There's so many things.
Do you have that one where that? Let me change it then.
Okay.
What was the moment?
I cannot do it each time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, as a kid, starring in a Cornell University film for peer pressure, then winning the pageant, then being, you know, able to travel the world. I've been to Africa 7 different times.
Wow.
Japan 2 times. Europe 4 different times to the same places.
I'm blown away.
And then coming home and doing exactly what I said I wanted to do. And now, you know, there's a lot that I'm working on. It's just that the pieces are it's taking a while, which is fine. Because I'm not one of those people that focus on age and focus on, you know, numbers and getting up there and stuff like that. Because I know, you know, I know God put me here to do something, you know, so I know that I have time. So, you know, these stories that are not happening because they're just there for life, you know, pictures. It's happening for some reason, you know. So, and then working at the jobs that I said I wanted to work at and have the careers that I had, you know, and learning how to, you know, navigate in corporate America, because, you know, it's very hard for, you know, women of color and people of color in general, because we're supposed to be the minority, but almost everything is, you know, based on our lifestyle, you know, the way we dress. All the algorithms is based off of us. You know, black women are the 75% shopping.
We are a nation of consumers, without question.
We are the purse holders. You know, 75% is, again, a large number. And, you know, you have the Ultimate Women's Expo that has an expo catered to women. And it's all things in your home. You know, all these different brands. So we get to see these brands on it, you know, in the world, and we are the ones that make the difference in the home. So for me, like all those things that I've done, I think that I've accomplished a lot, but I know that there's more to do. And and I have some things lined up for 2024 that I'm working with my previous CEO on. So I'm pretty excited, you know, like I just know it's going to be another burst of something. I'm going through a transition, you know, so I got divorced. It's 2 years now. A lot of people don't know that, you know, that I went through a divorce and stuff like that. Everybody's like, oh, she's just happy and all, you know. I
didn't know until
I remember somebody was like, oh, you know, you don't look like what you've been through. I was like, girl. I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
man, let me just say this: as somebody who's divorced as well, it doesn't break everybody.
Yeah, people's perception of life to me is just weird. You know, I think that, you know, when it comes to your birthday, for me, I don't like to always say happy birthday and do this, the you know, the cake and all of that. I just like to be, you know, because, you know, I don't add numbers or, you know, it's just a spiritual thing. I'm just not into that. But I celebrate my, you know, my birthday, you know what I mean? But in a different kind of way. I'm not a cake and candy type of girl when it comes to that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had another one, but before I go, Chief Rocka, did you want to say something? Because I don't want to monopolize.
Oh no, I'm just sitting here listening and just taking in.
It's fascinating.
What saying. Like I said, this is my first time meeting her, so I'm just learning. I'm just learning about it. Yeah.
Let me tell you how we met really quick. I don't know if you remember this, but Tamara, it was Full Figure Fashion Week 2015, I think it was. And Sharon Quinn, who is another supermodel and reality TV star, and I would say a living icon in the fashion business.
Yes.
Some of y'all might even remember her from Monique's show, Monique's Fat Chance.
Yes.
That's where I met her in Chicago. She met me there, remembered my artwork, and asked me if I wanted to be part of Full Figure Fashion Week. I didn't realize how big the event was. So at first I didn't turn it down. I was like, I don't know. Until Tiffany Jones, I don't know if you know her, Tip Jones. She's just another reality TV star. Anyway, she's like, Lena, you don't pass up Gwen DeVoe. You don't pass up Sharon Quinn. Full Figure Fashion Week will change your life, and it did. It is Tamara I have to thank for getting me into Rock the Block and Ashley Stewart. We met on the yacht at Full Figure Fashion Week, and actually you were getting dressed. I walked in and I came in, I'm a full on country bumpkin energy, like, golly, look at this big old boat. I've never been to New York City and seen all these fancy people. And she was like, who are you? Why are you in here? Our people are over here. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
And then I asked you, what did you do?
I had no idea. I was a rube. But I've got to tell you guys, as you know, it was life-changing for me in many ways. Even though I'm not a fashion person, that connection, you know, love you guys for life.
Yeah.
So that's how
love
we
you
met.
too.
And thank you for that. Really quick about Ashley Stewart, since I brought that up, because for those not in the know, Ashley Stewart's, in my opinion, I would say is the premier plus size fashion brand. No disrespect to Lane Bryant or Torrid or any of the other names. It's kind of it's my favorite, you know, personally. And so I know you worked with that company along with Gina and I'm forgetting a few of the people that I met.
Okay.
But okay. I blanked for a second, but you know, can you tell a little bit about what it was like to work with such a world-renowned popular brand? If you're a Full Figure woman, you know Ashley Stewart's.
Yes. It was a time, you know. I thought I was gonna only be there for like 5 years. It ended up almost being 10 years. And you know, there was so many people there that, you know, I think wanted to give up when we came, because when we came in 2012, it was the third bankruptcy.
Wow.
And
Third bankruptcy.
James Reed came in, and I was holding down the reception because we were like tight and nimble on team, and all the assistant buyers at the time, we would have to take, turns answering the phones Monday through Friday. So like maybe an hour from our lunch or something like that. It was like 6 of us, so we all were able to rotate once a week. And James walked in, and I was like, "Hi, do you need any help?" And he was like, "No, I'm fine." And I was like, "Okay, well, my name is Tamara, and if you need anything, I'll be here." And that was it. I didn't even know he was getting ready to fire half of everybody in the building.
Wow, that's like something out of a TV show.
And then he, I got upstairs, and I just saw people like just cussing and upset because they were losing their job, and it was like people that were taking advantage of the brand, people that things we found out later on.
Wow.
You guys do not know, but the behind the scenes of what happens with some of these companies where you hear these stories, and it's like, our story is public, so everybody kind of knows, but you had upper management that were getting large salaries, and the stores weren't making that much money. In salaries, and we could have been making a lot of money, but they were spending so much money in opening stores. At one time, we probably had like 400 stores.
I know here in Charlotte, where I am, at one point we had 3 locations in the 90s.
Yeah,
I visited all 3. Now, my knowledge, there's only 1.
Yep, and we opened, and the first store opened in downtown Brooklyn in 1991. My mother went there the first week they opened, the Saturday they opened. We would have to stay in the store with her while she tried on every piece of linen, every piece of pita, and every piece of satin or whatever fur, okay? And when I got to Ashley Stewart, that was the moniker of the storytelling for the consumer we were targeting, because my mother was known as the diva, and this is when she came into the store, that's what they used to call her,
Cool.
and then
cool.
it became a thing, and then it started spreading, and then again, then you have Ashley Stewart, the diva dollars and all of that. So I felt very connected to Ashley because of these things. So, when we did Love Your Curves tour, that was another highlight of my career for 3 years.
Finding Ashley, that too.
Well, we met you during the transition from Love Your Curves to Finding Ashley. We had Rock the Block. So Rock the Block was the indoor barbecue in Brooklyn. And then after that, we wanted to empower our consumer and give her the opportunity to be like me for a year, where they get the clothing allowance, they get to travel, represent the brand, speak on behalf of the brand. They work with me for a year, and that's where Finding Ashley Stewart came about. So, we had Teresa Larson, and then we had Tiffany Flamer, and then we had Adelia Edwards as the top winner. So then we had other contests. True Model Management, we signed Veronica Pomee. She's from Hawaii, 7 foot tall. She won one of the contests, and she's doing well in plus size as well. Ashley Stewart is the staple for a lot of these plus size women.
Yes,
and Full Figure Fashion Week was the home for influencers. This is where Gwen created that whole moniker of influential people, and purchasing and speaking about it in a video. And Gwen created those safe spaces for plus size women because we had nowhere to go.
I know we went into that during her interview, but I'm glad you brought that up, because I think time will tell how much of an impact that had.
Right.
I mean, those of us in the know or even on the peripheral, we get it. But I think that in time, like, we're going to really see, and by we, I mean like pop culture, will see how influential, how much of a game changer Full Figure Fashion Week is. Okay, so here's the deal, because I know that we're running out of time, and I got to tell you, and I mean this from my heart, I could just ask you questions. I want to come to your TED Talk. I need you to write a book.
Yeah.
But so I have to ask this because this is one of the things I want to know. With the brand strategy, right? How did you get into the social media influencing? Because let me be clear. There's being on Instagram and being on TikTok and being on Facebook and having followers. Then there's being a social media influencer.
Correct.
Do you mind giving us a quick explanation of the difference
what happened, how that
being
happened,
an actual influencer as well as a brand strategist? And my last question with that, if you don't mind, is do you have any advice for anyone who is trying to build a brand like your own Tamara Ivy, do's and don'ts of what to do and what you should not do? Because I already heard you mention have a website. So.
Yeah, ivystyles.com right there. So pretty much when I was at Ashley Stewart, James, you know, I used to come in with outfits from BB Fashion to Figure and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, why don't we, you know, have Tamara do a video and, you know, send a text to everybody? Because everybody, this is when the phone thing where everybody started being on their phone. Right. So we took some budget from our customer retention program, or, you know, our CRM database. And we used that database to send a text of me saying, Happy New Year. Make sure you visit us. Da, 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 da. And it was just like a couple of lines. It went to 10,000 women via text. And then every woman for Black Friday brought that in and was like, I want this outfit with their phone.
Wow.
I want the jacket, the pants, and that was the second video. But the first video was, you know, like, you know, just saying that this dress is coming. We had to go into the industry, get the dress, so that way once we made the dress, we had it in inventory. So that was the first. That was in 2014, and from then on, you know, working on the pink couch and doing all the interviews and things like that, and really honing in on retail, because it's a lot of campaign work and all these different strategies that goes into building the concept of social media, understanding algorithm, working with Facebook, looking at your insights daily. All these different things is what makes you a strategist. So you have, you know, you have to work off of a calendar. You have to see what's going on social holidays and things like that. And if you're looking to be an influencer, you know, you can visit me and ask me, you know, we can set up a consultation at ivystyles.com, submit to me, and I can, you know, advise on how you can become an influencer. But here, just a little tidbit, you know, believe in yourself, know that you can do it. And, you know, work, it takes time, you know, and everything you do is content.
Oh, I love that. Wow. Okay. I don't, if you know, you know. If you don't know, she's dropping gems. The replay will show, because I know folks are gonna, like, if you missed it the first time, they're gonna want to check this out. This was a powerful interview.
Thank you.
I knew it was gonna be good.
Thank you all so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, D-Ray, you know, we're family people here, so
yes,
gotta take care of.
Of
but
course.
I would like to say thank you on behalf of all of us for coming to the show. Chief Rocker, you want to say anything before we land the plane?
Hey, I just appreciate everything. You know, I like people that make their own lanes, and I think that, like, you both took advantage of, you know, the like things that were offered to you, and you decided, hey, you know, I'm gonna make my own damn lane. You know, I mean, right there, you build it. You make it. And I appreciate people that do that. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out.
Braca.
Tamara, another time I'm going to ask you questions, because I still want to talk to you about 1X in the city.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stay tuned for that.
Yes, stay tuned. We got more. I got more coming up, but trust me, if they follow me on my Instagram, they'll see I'm doing everything in breadcrumbs, and some things are in the hashtags. But follow me on Instagram. I'm Tamara Ivy, and then ivystyles.com to figure me out.
Are you on TikTok as well?
I'm on TikTok, same thing. I'm Tamara Ivy as well. Everywhere,
Okay, awesome.
Tamara Ivy. Can't
All
find
right. I love it.
me and you'll find me.
I'm also going to tag you so we can put those your social medias on there as well.
All right,
So,
awesome.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. So thank you to all who tuned in. Thank you to my guest, the lovely Tamara Ivy. I learned so much. I really did. And I still have questions. But thanks for tuning in. Expect the unexpected on LENA Unapologetic. And good night.
Unapologetic LENA podcast.
My name is.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said.
Unapologetic.
I said what I said.
Unapologetically Lena. Lena. Unapologetic.
Haters don't hate. Haters don't hate. Haters don't hate.
Unapologetic. Unapologetically Lena.
Haters don't hate.
Lena.
Haters
My
don't
name
hate.
is.
You did it your way.
All right.
Elliot, we saying good night now. I'm talking right now to Tamara.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
I'm gonna end it right now.